Preview.
You're listening to The Sizzle on Iron Skillet Radio and Iron Skillet Television.
Building Rich Sizzle, J Sizzle, G Sizzle. Oh, baby, you know what we come to do. We come to bring you the hotness like only we can do. But make sure if you have not liked, subscribed, and shared this with a friend, make sure you do so. Make sure you hit the notification button so that you get the new notifications of when we drop Sizzle content, because it's hot, it's coming, and it's going to be rapid fire. That's right. You're going to get more sizzle than you've gotten at a good sushi bar. It's going to be hot fire. That's all I'm saying.
You know, they don't really do a lot of sizzling at a sushi bar. That's like
I was about to say, what kind of sushi bar you going to that got sizzling going on?
I go to the bar with y'all don't know Miss Sushi. She does. Is
it sizzling? That might not be good.
I think you're trying to refer to a hibachi grill.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder she keeps telling me her name is Hibachi.
Get you some culture in your life.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get ready to start the show, fellas. You know what we getting ready to do? We getting ready to drop it on you like it's hot. All right, Rich Sizzle, let's start. I mean, we talking about dropping on people like it's hot. The NFL is starting back up. The preseason is already underway, and it's been a good game, bad game, whatever you want to call it. Nobody watched the game. They were listening to Peyton Manning. But everybody is dropping like they're hot. Bears players are falling down. The line is coming down. What's going on with the Colts? Nobody knows. So, Rich, let the people know what's going on right now in the NFL.
Hey, today was the kickoff. We have football now. We got football. Don't ask me who played. I don't really know. I know the Cowboys played.
Steelers and Cowboys.
Steelers and Cowboys. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know who won. I don't even know if they played 4 quarters, to be honest with you.
Oh, they played
I don't know what's going on anymore now. You know, they took a preseason game away, so now they're only playing 3 preseasons. I don't understand what the big deal about, because nobody plays in the preseason game anyway. So what are you mad about? Oh, we got to play another game. You're not playing. You sitting there watching somebody else fight for their career lives to play. So what's the big deal? You know, if you sign a $10, $15 million deal, you're pretty much going to play. Regardless of how good or bad the other person is, you're going to get out there and play. But I digress, okay? People are getting hurt and people are getting signed. I know the Bears just picked up Alec Ogletree. Maybe that'll help with their defense. Maybe. I mean, it doesn't look bad. On paper, it looks pretty good. Mm-hmm. But a little bit down south from where we're at in Indianapolis, they're kind of in a bad crisis situation because they just lost Carson Wentz for an undisclosed amount of time due to, I believe, a foot injury. Mm-hmm. So now the question is, you know, that little ace in the hole that we got with Nick Foles, what are we going to do with him? Since it's looking like, unless something catastrophic happens, he's not going to play this year for Chicago. Mm-hmm. But it's also I guess the caveat to that is his salary is still a little high to grab after, unless you're a team that thinks you can go deep in the playoffs and happen to lose your starting quarterback and need somebody functional. Then you may have something there. But people have talked. No one's pulled that trigger yet.
Right. Nothing has gone down. But, Jay, let me ask you this. A lot of the scuttlebutt, what's going on in Indianapolis right now is that...
I'm sorry, sir. My butt is not scuttled, sir.
Well, obviously, somebody's butt is scuttled in Indianapolis because the Colts are looking for a starting quarterback. So we talked about Nick Foles.
They're scuttle-footed.
Oh, scuttle-footed. That's a good one. Thank you, sir. So then what about there is outside talk of Phillip Rivers maybe returning. Mm-hmm. He said he wants to finish football in high school. But old man Rivers, is he going to be an option for the Colts? And if he's an option for the Colts, what do you do about Carson Wentz?
Well, first, you don't do anything with Carson Wentz because Carson Wentz isn't going to be out there playing any football anytime soon. They're talking 12 to 15 weeks with this ankle injury, and we know for a fact Carson Wentz stays injured. He is on the PUP list on a regular basis. What's new? Mm-hmm. What is new? He makes more money than any other quarterback per game basis because he doesn't play half of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now,
that was. You know what?
You like that? You like that?
That was a classic. I mean, okay. So let me ask this question, and Rich Sizzle, I'm gonna direct this one to you. I mean, what they doing to my boy Jalen, man? Why can't Philly just come up with a quarterback, man? Why can't you just say the only boy in the room that you know that's gonna do your thing is the one that's there? Why are they trying to hurt Jalen? See what I did there?
They have a long history of foolishness at the quarterback position. I mean, outside of Donovan McNabb, who can you really say that was like a consistent centerpiece at that position over the last 25 years or so? I mean, they even brought in, I mean, they were nice enough to bring in Michael Vick when they didn't have to, because you remember that whole, you know, I fight dogs and all the other stuff, and Peter was like ready to hang anybody that picked up Michael Vick, but yet Philadelphia took that risk. I appreciate that, you know, good looking out. But like I said, they're quick to be like, oh, you're not throwing right. Oh, you're not doing this right. Oh, you're looking too good that we can't pay you for it. Oh, you got to get up out of here. I don't know. That's kind of with their organization from my perspective of the last 25 years or so. So it doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, Carson Wentz was supposed to be your franchise quarterback. Granted, they already saw what everybody else saw that Indianapolis didn't see, apparently, that, you know, like Jay says, you're hurt more than you playing. So why are we taking a gamble with you? Mm-hmm. He beat out Carson Wentz last year and whoever else is playing quarterback. Talking about your man, I don't know what the big deal is. You give him his shot. He's earned it, from my opinion, and see where it goes. If he doesn't perform, so be it. This is the preseason. This is training, warm-ups. Yeah, you haven't even given him that chance that say, hey, it's game time now. What you going to do? Now you stink it up then, so be it. Bye, you know. But till then, I feel like he's earned the right to have a shot. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what's going on. You gonna have to like fill in the gaps for me too, because I'm kind of confused. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, I mean, going back to even Randall Cunningham, it's been bad in Philly in their QB position. Go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry.
The Eagles, I believe, don't think Jalen Hurts is their answer. I mean, there are rumors out right now that they are actively trying to get Deshaun Watson from the Texans. That's how they think right now that Jalen Hurts is not going to be the guy to put at the helm of their football team. When you have a new coach coming in and you've had all summer to do the workouts, and you're the presumptive number one because your number one has left, and you still won't give him that nod to have the stability for your football team, and you're actually looking at a guy who has a criminal sexual history going on, that means to tell that you don't believe Jalen Hurts is the guy. You don't think he's the guy for your long term, that he's going to be good enough to lead you. Like you're saying, Rich, why not just give him a shot? Well, maybe they believe if they give him a shot, they're going to shoot themselves in the foot, because he's not going to be the guy who's going to get to the Eagles to the playoffs. And this is a team with the right quarterback play that should be going deep into the playoffs. I'm interested to see right now, if they don't get a Deshaun Watson, do they go to the Eagles backup and not start Jalen Hurts? Because I'm not really sure if Jalen Hurts is an NFL primetime starter. Is he a top 15 quarterback in the league? I don't think so. And so I believe that the Eagles are trying to upgrade, and they're going to upgrade to a downgrade in Deshaun Watson.
Unless there's something I don't know. I mean, they drafted him in the second round. When you draft quarterbacks in the first, second round, there's some kind of belief that there's some kind of maybe future in this person. Am I right or wrong? I mean, that's
but here's the thing about it. He's been under the fold. He's been under the roof, right?
Yeah.
If this is your second round guy that you drafted, and all of a sudden you're going, I don't know. I don't think we know what, we won't call him the starter just yet. What does that tell you? That tells me they don't think he can get the job done, and they're looking for somebody to replace him. That's what they're looking for, because apparently he has not impressed. You know, it's hard to play quarterback in the NFL. It really is. And you do remember Jalen Hurts did lose his job to another quarterback at one point in time, and he had to end up leaving. So now he's in a situation where he has to prove himself again, but maybe he's not showing it in practice. Maybe he's not showing it in the film room. Maybe that's what the issue is, because your head coach goes, I don't know. Maybe he'll be the starter. We're not sure yet. That does not bode confidence in the young fella. That just tells me they're not worried about offending him at all. They're looking to bring somebody else in there, and if they have opportunity to do so, heck, maybe you even see a Nick Foles make a journey over to Philadelphia. You never know.
Well, shout out to Randall Cunningham and to his baby girl that was in the Olympics, did her thing in the hurdle. You know what? If you make it to the Olympics, I'm giving you a shout out. So shout out to them, and shout out to whoever's going to be playing quarterback in Philly, because it's going to be bad.
Can I give a shout out? Can I give a shout out?
Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
Shout out to the USA 4x100 men's team that didn't make it out of the first round.
Yeah. Okay.
Why are we shooting out them?
Yeah, okay.
Because they need to be shooting out at. I mean, at least maybe they'd run faster. What? Dude, they came in sixth in a preliminary heat, and they didn't drop the baton. It wasn't like they went out there and fumbled. They went out there and got smoked. The USA got smoked in the 100. You had the USA got beat in the 100-meter dash. An Italian dude beat him in the 100-meter dash. Then another guy in the 400-meter dash, I think it was a dude from the Netherlands or something like that, set a world record. What has happened in the Olympics? What is going on?
Well, we know one thing. We're going to talk about what's going on the other side. We're going to talk about NBA gold. We're going to talk about NBA gold. I'm not going to call it Olympic gold. I'm going to call it NBA gold. But, Jay, since you're on this tangent.
Jay can't say nothing about NBA.
Dude, they were down 15.
They were down 15.
They were down 15.
We've got to just wait for a few seconds so that we can let Jay tell us about what else happened in USA track and field, because maybe the men didn't do as well. But Jay, you got 2 minutes. Give us a reprisal of what happened on the female side.
Hey, the females always rock like they always do. You know, you see the ladies, they get the baton around there. They don't drop it. You know, they don't get run out. They don't get run out of the stadium. Mm-hmm. You know, you still had Dalilah Muhammad. You still had Sydney McLaughlin setting world records out there. This is the USA women's track team is ready to go. Allison Felix ready to go. You know, they come through. But this is USA men's team in the sprint side of it. It ain't been pretty. You had the number one hurdler in the country. I forgot what his name was. Oh, doggone it. Had lost the race in 2 years. He goes out here and gets walked by Jamaica in the hurdles. You know what I'm saying? On the back end, because he's leading and then starts stumbling. I don't know. This has been a really bad year for USA track on the men's side. Hopefully the women can hold it down in the relays. We'll see what happens.
Rich, have you any track stories that you want to share quickly?
Nope.
I mean, you can't.
Y'all like track?
You just can't.
Y'all don't like track?
Hey, man, I love watching track, but I don't know at what point you thought I had anything to do with outside of javelin and shot put. What was I running? Huh?
That's what I'm saying. I love to watch it, but yeah, I don't have any personal triumphant stories. I couldn't even tell you the proper position to get on the block. I have no idea. My hat goes off to all of them. That's why I'm like, oh, you're talking about they got 6? Well, at least they didn't get 7.
Yeah, well. When I hear that sound, that's time for me to run. That's all I'm telling you. When I hear the gun, it's time to run. So it ain't no fun when you hear the gun. And remember out there, fellas, if you haven't gotten a shot, you might get shot. I'm just putting it to you. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But wait a minute. Let's talk about a little NBA basketball, a little Olympic basketball. We getting ready to cross over.
We cannot talk about.
Oh, we got to. We got to cross over to the other side.
Jay cannot. I talk about NBA gold. He can't. That's where I'm muting this mic. Can't do it.
Okay, you know who it is. You know what it is. It's the Sizzle.
Down 15, bro.
Man, we're on the other side.
They won by 15.
But okay, see now you see
15,
what what's happening 15. Here. Remember, if you have not liked, subscribed, please feel to do so, and then share it with someone and say, this is how I feel about track and field, and this is what I feel about NBA Olympic basketball. So, Rich, I'm going to let you have the first shot at Jay because him say that they weren't going to medal. So right now we've got NBA basketball. I'm sorry, Olympic basketball.
Watch what happens.
You got a team led by Kevin Durant. You got Dame Dollar and Zach LaVine, baby, leading the NBA. I'm sorry, the Olympics to gold. So, Rich, what do you think about NBA basketball going for gold?
It's happening. It is happening. It has happened. They are going for gold. It didn't look good. I'll admit that. I was sitting there watching into the first half, and I'm like, Australia's giving it to them. But they got it together. They got it together and really put on them track shoes in the second half and didn't look back. So, I mean, that's what they are supposed to do. They're supposed to do it pretty much at tip-off in the first quarter. It took them a little while, but hey, it is what it is. All I know is the upset was your boy, Jay's boy. He done praised this dude. Man, Mr. Must have been on the hooker too much because I don't know what happened with Luka.
Ha!
Yeah,
I don't know.
They got ran.
Luka was on the hookah.
They got ran.
Luka, man. I mean,
wait, hold it. France, the game was 90-89. Okay, it was a last second block. It's very easy that Luka Doncic could be in the gold medal game. It wasn't like they got ran out of the gym or something like that.
You saying that they should have won?
They should have won, and the USA shouldn't be down in double digits twice in the elimination games either. All right, they're going up against a team in France who's 5-0. France is no joke, and France is going to play real well. Look, they had to go on a 32-10 run or something like that. The USA had to make a comeback out of here. That shouldn't be happening. That the USA should be winning from the beginning, right? If they get down to France like this, and France has already beat them one time. So if they get down to France like this, it might not. France is a good basketball team. Now, I would have loved to see Luka Doncic go over here against this NBA because I want to say it right now. Luka Doncic is probably, beyond LeBron James, probably the most dominant force in basketball. Probably.
Hey, do you have a violin to play in the background? I'm just asking.
Probably. Hey, who
you got just like this. If we pull the tape and look at all of our videos talking about basketball, how many times does Jay reference Luka Doncic? Now, I am not saying he is not deserving of being talked about. God knows he is. But man, no wonder you got nothing good to say about America because your boy is not playing anymore. I mean, I'm serious. How many times has he mentioned Luka Doncic's name since we've talked about the Olympics and NBA basketball?
Let's ask a question.
You can't add it up.
I'm gonna ask you a question directly to you, Rich Sizzle.
Oh.
Anybody other than LeBron James, who you starting your team off with? I'll wait.
What position?
Don't matter. Anybody but LeBron James, who you
starting? I don't want LeBron James on my team. He's like 400 years old. All right.
Anybody? Okay. Who are you starting your team off with? If you get to make number one pick in the NBA, who are you taking?
Giannis.
Can't shoot a free throw. And look, but he did. He did hit 17 out of 18. He did hit 17 out of 18. If he had what 7, if he didn't channel his inner Stephen Curry, if he did not do that from the free throw line, they wouldn't have won that ball game. And he went 50%. If he'd have went 50%, if he'd have went 50% from the line like he normally does, they wouldn't have won that ball game.
I just want you to give me one NBA player that can stop Giannis.
If he ain't hitting free throws, Giannis can stop Giannis. Because you make him shoot jump shots, you're gonna win.
Now,
Giannis is. Go ahead.
Half my 5 is probably not from the United States.
Absolutely, that's exactly what I'm saying. This is the European game.
If I had to pick guards, I'm probably going, like you said, I'll go with Steph Curry, and then I'm probably going with Devin Booker as my second guard.
Oh, you're taking Devin over. Wait, hold it. Stop. Time out. You mean to tell me you're going to take Devin Booker over, let's see, Kyrie? You're taking Devin Booker over. You're taking Devin Booker over somebody else from the Nets.
Steph Curry is my point guard. Yes. I need somebody.
Right, so I mean, you're talking about You're talking about step back. James Harden. You're not taking him.
He gonna step back, and mess his ankle up again. I'm talking about right now in the NBA. It's a coin toss between Booker and Trae Young, to be honest with you.
I think I'm gonna go with Trae Young, to tell you the honest truth. I think Trae Young.
I think
I'm going with Trae Young.
He played for Atlanta. I probably would go with him over
Booker. Trae Young's just a whole bunch of nasty on a regular basis, and he can get his shot whatever he wants to. So Trae Young's pretty rough. But I will say, like you said, though, half your starting 5 is coming from overseas. You know, and
my big man is Jokic all day long.
Yeah, Jokic, and then you talk about Giannis. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Luka Doncic has got to be there somewhere. I know I talk about him, but he is one of the, at his age. My goodness, I mean, you got 10 more. You got 10 more years of this guy.
You know what frightens me about him? It's I watched him in the playoffs, and it's kind of like he disappeared in the fourth quarter. And he kind of disappeared in times where it mattered. Now that like you said has to do with his age. That's the only reason I'm kind of like, move him off to the side just for now.
Okay. So
it's going to be this game. If this France game is going to be a good game, though.
So nobody is picking Kevin Durant.
He didn't give me a chance to finish. I only put 4 people out. That was my 5th guy. It was Durant.
Okay. All right.
We're not. I mean, we're not. What are they going to do with Rudy Gobert?
Ship him out to France. Let him stay there.
But I'm just saying, hey, look, France.
You're going to pick Rudy Gobert over Jokic.
Hey, Gobert gives you that defensive, that rim blocker that you need. Jokic don't play defense like that.
I don't care. I got enough shooters on my team that they ain't even got to worry about going into the lane.
So you're for the new NBA now. We're going 150 to 140. That's what we playing. Our games are 150 to 140 now.
If my starting 5 don't score 150 points a night, they're gonna run suicides for each point difference they didn't do it.
Well, I know somebody you could go for, and that would be DeMarcus Cousins. Right. I'm a boogie with Boogie. God. As reports have said, the Chicago Bulls are looking to solidify some of their team.
Please no.
Yes, he is. And one of the names that was brought up after JaVale McGee signed with Phoenix was now you have DeMarcus Cousins on the radar for the Bulls.
No.
And you've got a few other players on the radar for the Bulls right now. It was talk about the Charlotte Hornets looking at LAURI Markkanen, but reports as of tonight, as of Kelly Oubre coming in, Oubre? It might be a situation. And gentlemen, I'm going to throw it back to you. So, Rich, I'm going to start with you. The question is simply, the last question is this: if the Bulls are stuck with LAURI Markkanen this season, can they make it work with him being a bench player coming in as the part of their rotation?
They ain't got a choice. I think they can, though. You have him come off the bench. I do believe he would be a solid 6th man, albeit he actually could evolve into a good 6-man role for an offensive spark. You've got a shooting wall. He can still shoot the ball. I mean, at 7 foot tall, you expect him to do a little bit more. But if you just say, hey, go out there and score a quick 10, 12 points, I think he can still do that. I think he's going to be able to do that for whatever team he finally lands on. I mean, if he stays with the Bulls, this will probably be his last year, one way or the other. But off the bench, 6th or 7th man, he's definitely a sure-in for 10, 12 points.
Okay. So, Jay, do you see this working out as a marriage of convenience for the Bulls and Lauri Markkanen this coming season?
No, it's not a marriage of convenience. This is a divorce. A hateful divorce is getting ready to get started. They're going to split the children in half. That's what they're going to end up doing. You're going to take one half the year, and I'm taking the other. We'll just split them. They'll just pass each other by. The kids won't even know who they are anymore. No, Lauri Markkanen, he could have been gone. The Spurs wanted Lauri Markkanen. There was a number of teams that wanted Lauri Markkanen, but Lauri Markkanen wants superstar money. Somewhere in his mind, he think he worth a whole bunch of cash, but he didn't realize and understand that it rhymes with stash, it's sitting on the bench. You know what I'm saying?
Ash?
He's sitting on the bench. His cash
ashes are
right
sitting on the bench.
on the bench. That's what he's doing. He don't understand that part of it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the translator didn't tell him that. You know that you actually need to be starting in the NBA to get superstar money. So the issue is, I think Lauri Markkanen is going to be sitting there mad, and I'm going to stay mad. He's going to run out there for his 10 minutes a game, get 7 points, and play out the rest of his contract. And then somebody will pick him up for $3, $4, $5 million, and he'll start over again.
Okay, well, I mean, it works with me. I'm just trying to see how this works now that we found out that the Knicks can't sign probably anybody else, and they already have 45 guards on their team. And it doesn't look like Lauri's going anywhere anytime soon unless the Bulls do make another trade and pick up another forward and pay him $85 million for just unknown godly reason.
But the problem is now with all these guys trying to hold out, like a Lauri Markkanen and the other guys, players are getting signed up now, and the money's getting dried up. There ain't a lot of money right now. You need to move in those first couple of minutes of free agency. Lauri Markkanen had opportunity to move, and he didn't go. Now you're going to be out there for a potato chip sandwich. That's what's going to end up happening. He's going to be sitting out there with the Bulls. And here's the problem now. The Bulls still have some people to replace. I mean, Thad Young was a big piece for the Bulls. How you need to replace that. Patrick Williams, you need to replace him even though he's still on the roster. You know what I'm saying? Because, he ain't going to get it done. Does he even start this year? Does he start? Do any one of you guys think Patrick Williams is an NBA starter this year?
Yeah, well, okay. That's a trick question. Because is he deserving of starting? No.
Right.
Is he going to start?
Yes.
What else do they have to start?
Yes, he's going to start. And he's going to go out there and give you that 9 points a game and 34 minutes and 3 rebounds and a steal.
I don't think he give you 9. He going to have to steal the ball from somebody. He better be so wide open that Lonzo Ball can't help but throw him the ball.
You know what the sad part about Williams' game is? That he's actually too slow to guard guards, and he's too small to guard bigs. You know what I'm saying? Like he's supposed to have been this jack of all trades.
That's why they picked him, though. I never understood that. I'm like, who's he supposed to guard?
Right, nobody.
Like you said, he's not big enough to guard anybody that matters, and he's too slow to guard. I never got that part. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, man, who they think he was going to be that switchblade, and he's just not going to be that utility knife. And he's not that guy because he doesn't have that dog in him. He just doesn't have it. Like Greg said plenty of times, the best player from Florida State got drafted this year.
You picked up a guy in a higher round that he was actually rated on his own team.
Absolutely. I mean, hey, you look at the kid from Illinois. The kid from Illinois is going to have the new kid he just got. is going to have more of an impact with the Bulls than Patrick Williams is going to have.
Yeah. So we're going to leave it right there
Ayo!
until we meet up. So next time, we're going to talk about some more about the Bulls and what's going on. But you know who it is. You know what it is. It's the Sizzle here on Iron Skillet Radio and Iron Skillet Television. He's Rich Sizzle. He's J Sizzle. I'm G Sizzle. And we will see you, my friend, on the other side.
Make sure that you follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Iron Skillet Sports. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to Iron Skillet Sports on YouTube at Iron Skillet Sports.